Every manager wants good KPIs, whether it's revenue or profitability, turnaround times or jobs completed. But it can also be a trap. Too often companies structure their business for good KPIs rather than as a good business. It's easy to forget that good KPIs follow good service. They don't create good service. Take an average workshop. They charge per job, they use salvaged parts, they call close enough, good enough in repairs, and jobs get closed quickly. But they come back just as quickly because the repairs don't last. On paper, the KPIs look fantastic. High revenue, lots of jobs, fast turnaround, low costs. But this isn't a good service business. It's just a business optimized to look good on paper. We'll take a field service engineer. He's always busy, rushing from customer to customer. Machines break often, but he's always there quickly, patching them up and getting them running again quickly. They work long hours. A box of salvaged parts always at hand, just in case. The KPIs, outstanding. High utilization, fast response, jobs closed. But is this actually a good engineer or a bad one? The KPIs say good. In reality, it's a sign of bad service, bad reliability, and customers who never get lasting repairs. And that's the problem with KPIs. They tell a story, but it isn't always the truth. And too many managers fall into the trap of chasing numbers instead of building value. In this video, I'll break down how to make KPIs work for your business, not against it. I'm Brad, founder of Creekline Consulting. I help technical and service organizations strengthen operations, improve relationships with staff and customers, and deliver results that drive honest KPIs. The biggest trap with KPIs is misaligned incentives. When the target is wrong, people work to turn the KPI green, even if it hurts the business. Take a field service company. Management sets a KPI, minimum number of jobs closed per month. Sounds reasonable, right? Make sure the team is busy. But what you actually get is punishing efficient service. If machines are reliable, through great service, engineers risk missing a target. Jobs that should stay open get closed, just to make them count. Bad repairs turn into repeat visits, which actually raises the KPI to make it look better. And service teams chase unnecessary work just to hit a number. On paper, it's all green. In reality, it's poor service, wasted effort, and frustrated customers. If the real goal was to measure efficiency, do we have enough staff, but not too many? Then a better KPI would be engaged hours as a percentage of available hours. Engaged could mean customer jobs, site visits, training, even supporting sales. That way you measure the team's true value, not just how many tickets they can close. The second KPI trap is not measuring what's valuable. These might be favourable KPIs that everyone likes. They're easy to hit, they look good on paper, but they tell you nothing about true performance. I call these vanity KPIs. Well, sometimes it's measuring the wrong thing completely. Think back to our field service engineer from the beginning. If you measure customer satisfaction, the scores might be high. Why? Because the engineer is always responsive and attentive. But is that the same customer satisfaction as a lab or production facility where instruments rarely break and service visits only happen during planned maintenance? Of course not. When it comes to KPIs, measure what's valuable, not what's favourable. That means choosing metrics that genuinely reflect performance, defining them clearly, and making sure they can't be explained away by excuses or external factors. If you can't trust the data behind a KPI, you shouldn't be using it. The third KPI trap is playing it safe. This goes beyond favourable KPIs. It's KPIs that are too easy. The team never grows. Dashboards stay green, but nothing actually improves. A good KPI should stretch the team. It should be ambitious, but achievable. Something that shows whether performance is improving and gives feedback to help the team get better. An example of a poorly targeted KPI can be seen with a fun example away from service. Imagine you only measure a single lap time on a racetrack like the Nürburgring. A Mazda 3 can put down a single lap as quickly or quicker than an Audi TT. On paper, the KPI says they're equal. But a better measure would be to time 10 laps or 100. And suddenly, the Mazda isn't looking so hot. It can't sustain such a hard pace, while the Audi can. At least better than the Mazda. Or to apply that to service, take preventative maintenance. Don't just measure whether a PM is completed. Measure how it was done. How long did it take to complete against a benchmark? The number of visits or sessions required to complete the PM? Was there any rework after the job? Which parts or kits were used compared to that benchmark? These kind of KPIs show when someone is rushing, skipping steps, failing to provide quality maintenance, or actually improving their process, and they give the team a clear path to get better. It's the same with your KPIs. The wrong measure can make poor performance look good in the short term, but ambitious, well-designed KPIs expose the difference and help your team build sustainable improvements. How do you do KPIs right? It starts with your strategy. Ask, what do we really want to achieve as a business? Is it customer loyalty, lower costs, more efficient teams, reliable equipment? Whatever the objective, the KPI should measure progress toward that goal, not just activity that looks good on paper. Then design KPIs that drive the right behavior. People will work to turn the KPIs green, so check your metrics for misaligned or competing incentives. If your KPI is jobs closed, you'll get a lot of jobs closed, even if the fixes don't last. So make sure you measure the quality of the jobs closed, since it will inform performance. Make sure KPIs give feedback, not just a score. A good KPI should tell the team where they stand, where they need to improve, and whether they're moving forward. Ambitious but achievable targets build confidence and growth. If a KPI shows genuine progress, good or bad, that can inform management decisions, then it's a good KPI. And most importantly, stress test your KPIs. If they can be gamed, explained away, or don't really reflect your strategic objectives, they aren't effective KPIs. The goal isn't just to have green dashboards. The goal is to build a business that works and use KPIs to achieve that goal. When the business is good, the KPIs will be green. They need to be more than just a dashboard to turn green. That's the trap. Don't structure your business for good KPIs, structure your KPIs for a good business. Align KPIs with strategic objectives, measure what's valuable, and set targets to stretch the team without breaking them. Get that right, and your KPIs stop being numbers on a dashboard and become tools for growth. A business where the KPI is always green, but performance keeps getting worse, or if you want help building a KPI framework that actually tells the truth, I can help. I work with leaders to design strategies that strengthen operations, improve services, and protect customer trust, and make sure they can see those in the numbers. If you'd like to explore how this approach could work in your organization, reach out to Creekline Consulting. The details are in the description below. Because green KPIs follow efficient service, you just need the right metrics.